Are you simply waiting for the market to get better? Let's change that perspective and your future today. In this video, we're going to gain strategies from a man who has sold hundreds of subdivisions and thousands of new homes over the last 30 years. We'll discuss what he's learned, including connecting with builders, the importance of detective work, and utilizing our free new home market opportunity analyzer to give you a powerful competitive edge.
I'm talking about there's probably millions of sellers across the country that would take zero down offers. And there's also sellers that will give 0% interest loans. I have one on a mobile home park, 0% interest.
Wow.
It's interesting because I went out and I talked to him. That one with 0% interest was on the MLS. It was in a competing market. Like anybody could have gone and talked to him.
On this deal, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And so and I won't say that I'm overly aggressive on trying to stay on top of calling all these people. So it's just interesting to me because some of these have been in the market for months at a time. Some of my development deals that I've made multiple stick figures were on the market for months and months, if not multiple years. And nobody even called to try to put a deal together.
And so many agents are complaining that they have not closed one deal this year.
Yeah.
Well, because the waiting game, here's another great idea, what they can be doing proactively to go out
For
there.
agents, why don't they, if they're worried about being able to put the deal together themselves, why don't they find what the seller's willing to do or anybody willing to transact
Mhm.
and then matchmake,
That's right.
There you go.
right? Like, or part.
Yeah. And you know, another point you're bringing up, and I know we talk about a lot in our training, and we together have had these conversations, Logan. One of the keys with so many properties out there is saying to yourself, not only what is it right now, how it sits, its use, its zoning informants, but what could it be? What would be its highest and best use? Now, for you, it seems that's come to you instinctively. You look at a property and you're saying right away, what are the options here? What can we do? And those kinds of deals are the kinds of deals where you'll find seller financing. You'll find someone who's inherited a property or says, look, I'm tired of dealing with this thing. I'd just like to get rid of it. I don't care. And our son Christian has done that. And so many of our certified new home specialists, when they go out, they look around, they suddenly are seeing things on their radar that they've been driving by for years, because instead of waiting for the phone to ring, ready to call, they're saying, wow, I wonder if that has more potential than it does right now. Who owns it? Are they willing to sell? What could it be? So again, that's that mind of a creator. And the success stories around that are just absolutely unbelievable. We had an agent who grew his business. He was just in the business a few years, struggling to get going, decides to go through the training, get the mindset of a creator, build his business on purpose, knocking on doors, pursued infill, right? Tear downs and rebuilds. The next year he closed 50 million. The next year he closed 70 million. Next thing he's like you, he's saying, hey, I'm going to start owning these properties for my retirement.
To me, that was more motivating. Again, I got my license 42 years ago.
You see?
Long
How
time.
old is this bird?
Know how agents straight up, I would be depressed if I was just sitting around waiting. There are so many things you can go out there and proactively do, because what's the option? Do you want to go work for a company, or do you like the freedom of working for yourself? Put the time in. To your point, you've got to put the time in. I don't care where you are. You have to put the time in if you want to reap those rewards. Okay. So you can't skip all that. And quite frankly, it's the hard knocks, those times you are tripping and falling. Those are the things that are going to stick with your business and even take your success to much, they're going to be there.
In some of these things, some of the experiences are telling you not to do something again and getting you on track, right? You learn so much from just reading, right? You gotta get into it. My first light bulb moment was when I sold my first little subdivision. It was just a lot split. It was a flag lot. And it actually wasn't so much getting paid. It was that I just had the realization that I bought this house for probably $200,000. I sold it for basically what I bought it for. This is back when things were a lot cheaper, but it had the ability to do a flag lot, and we sold a flag lot unimproved, just approved on paper to the city for $50,000. And I realized in that moment that I had created $50,000 from nothing.
Out of nowhere, right?
There you go.
Right. When you saw what it is, what it really could be, what that potential was.
That's motivating.
Absolutely.
You are truly a rock star, Logan. I can't even tell you. how much we appreciate you getting on here today and sharing this. We could talk for hours with you.
Let me ask just one last question. If you were to
Oh, yeah.
leave one or two pieces of key advice to someone either new in the business or someone right now who's frustrated saying, I've got to change the direction of things, do things differently to take my real estate career forward, what do you think you might share?
There's two things that I think would be $1 million pieces of advice. The first one is learn how real estate actually works. And what I mean is the agent side of it, I don't think is the reality of real estate, right? I think that's a small part of it. I think it's a very small part. I would say development, highest and best use, seller financing. I would say that's the real side of real estate because that's what actually causes transactions to happen. And that's what creates a lot of value and a lot of money, right? A lot of wealth. That's the first piece. And the second piece is going to be similar. Learn to be an operator. A lot of agents have time, but they don't have money.
Right.
And this is very common, even for people that just want to start investing. Some of the ways that I've been able to do that is one, I manage the properties for my partnerships and I don't always charge our partnerships. So for somebody who wants to be the money and they know that we have an in-house property manager who's also going to have equity and they're going to be invested in this financially and emotionally, that's one way to add value. Another one is putting these deals together. You can be an operator. You can learn how to assemble multiple parcels together from different owners. You can actually put in time and create value without spending any money. Those are the two big things, is learning how this works and then putting into practice. Believe it or not, I mean, you guys will know this, but for anybody who's listening to this, you can create hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars of value really quickly by just talking to the right property owners and having a little bit of knowledge or getting with somebody who does have the knowledge and you be the person on the ground. You make it happen. You bring it to somebody that will also be able to take it to the finish line. That's real estate. That's the best part of real estate. Do you remember the owner out in the Caribbean with RE/MAX? And he started doing development, doing islands. He would go through all the environmental. He's actually the owner of the region for RE/MAX in the Caribbean and Belize and Costa Rica and Central America. I saw what he was doing when I was doing this really early on in my career. And it was one of the wildest things I ever even thought about was somebody buying an island,
Right.
Leonardo DiCaprio's island, getting approved for hotels and the environmental and everything, and then selling it.
Right.
That's cool. We need to buy it.
So you're thinking about islands surrounded by other parcels of land. That's fairly
Yeah,
wild.
yeah, but you can do the same strategy for infill. You could do it anywhere. And so much opportunity out there. Everyone just needs to learn how to look past that next one little commission deal, that little tip, right? You know, don't work for tips, work for ownership.
That's great. That's great advice. You've given us some wonderful thoughts, both mindset and strategy.
Mhm.
And we just want you to know how much we appreciate your friendship,
Yep, you're the man.
how excited we are for you. And we look forward to many more years of watching you make great things happen.
We will see you at the next convention, my friend. Okay.
Sounds
All
great.
right. All the best. Have fun in Scotland. Okay.
Yeah, we will.
Thank you for joining us. Every week, we share scripts, strategies, and real-world examples that help you grow your business. Your next steps? Grab the free AI new home and remodeling market analyzers, visit sellnewhomes.com for training, and hit subscribe. Your pipeline will thank you.